Today we're going to be installing Suzuki Sport Blue Light cup holders, which is just one LED that the factory had screwed into the cup holder. Yes, that's right, the factory did this. It's not something that's been put in by someone. Somebody would have brought the car new and asked for it as an option somewhere, or created it, as I suspect, but apparently the factory did it. It has been done very professionally, I have to say, into cables here, into a breaker and a fuse again here, wires up, you know, it's pretty tidy, you know, you get the picture. So two pieces, these two pieces get replaced, and then of course when the illumination wire is on, this will shine blue into here and then blue back up, and then that'll go perfect with the Suzuki Sport heater and the white clock, which is buried in behind all of that. And in case you don't believe me, but when I turn the cup holder on, see it goes blue? Because there's a blue LED light up there. Most of them have the horrible factory one that doesn't even light up at all. This has, see, 3 LEDs, which of course make it blue, which will go perfect with the lights in the interior, so a light there and a light up in there. And then we can put the nice, beautiful carbon back on it. I mean, real carbon. Granted, it's a very thin layer, but it's still carbon, so still got to be careful with it. Yeah, and same with this, it's all thin carbon, but at least it's real carbon, you know. It's not fake, it's definitely not a sticker, so we've got to be careful of all of that. Some sort of a plastic clip-on, I suspect. Anyways, let's pull all of this apart, which actually it's fairly straightforward, because all you do is screw the knob from the top here. I mean, it's got to come off anyways, so... And then you screw this right up to the top. I actually like how all of the interior of this car goes together, like, I don't know, it's pretty special compared to a normal Swift. Carefully lift up the sides here without breaking them. We all know how many of these little clips on the edge here that I've broke, but those 4 are actually all good. We'll put that over there safely. This should just lift out, and then we remove that as well. And then the cup holders, there are 2 screws down on the sides of them there, but mine's actually been converted to Allen keys because of the bar that runs down the floor here. So if it'll release, which it should do, this will also just lift out and go over on the floor there. And now we're going to need screwdrivers, which these are some screwdrivers that will be given to the TM-SQAURE toolkit. And I think we'll just undo these just while we're here, because they're going to have to come off it anyways. And then once the 2 screws are removed, like I've just done, there's actually 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they all have to come out as well. But I think we'll start with just these 2 bottom ones, because they will allow us to hopefully remove it. And the screws are different to put those back in actually. These ones are long, the other ones are short. So hopefully I remember that when I put it back together. It's been a little while since I've done any work on a Swift. Couple of weeks. Maybe even longer than that actually. Yeah, really clear some stuff out of here, eh? There's not much room. Then there's a piece on the side here that should just very, very carefully just pop out like that. And then the other side, you do the same thing, just pull it forward, and then it should release that. And then any second Oh, that's right. I'm gonna have to put the camera down to get this. Well, it pulled out and loose. There's a little tab that will be sitting in here like this. You just I've actually already pre-pushed it out, but you just use some pliers and just squeeze it in to push it out. And then you flip this over. It's really hard to do one-handed. And then unplug the bit, and then that completely frees up the cup holder, which has got some scratching on it, so I'm glad that we are replacing it. And finger marks, and it's not that dirty for a car that hasn't been cleaned for a year and a half. Yeah, that's right, I haven't cleaned the TM for a whole year and a half. Suzuki Sport short shifter. And bingo, we've already got wires hanging out down here. Now we need to actually clear out this compartment. Now all of these screws need to come out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. With all of the screws out, it should just lift out. And now we need to look at this. My good God, there's a lot of wiring in behind here. Even whether it's tidy or not, there's still a shit ton of it. Okay, so now I need to find the elimination wire, which I'm picking. It's going to be right off the bat, this orange one. What does it say on it? Let's just change the camera focus there. What is it? Okay, so it's a B1, so that's a battery 1 plus. So that's not, what's this one? That's a battery 1 amp, so that's main power. I'm gonna guess that it's this white one. It is gonna be that white one. Right there. What a pain in the... Yeah, what a just a pain. Okay. I didn't leave myself a lot of room to complete all of this, did I? I don't really want to undo anything from the cable ties, because then it'll just all fall. Okay, I need to just work this out off the camera for a minute. Well, I moved ahead a little bit without yous, putting the cup holders in, the lights of course in, but I didn't wire them up to the illumination because I couldn't work out which wire it was, and I don't want to pull them all apart because there is a lot of wiring in behind there, and of course it's all nice and tidy. What I'm thinking that we're gonna do... What the hell was that? That was like a horrible noise. I got the TM in idle here. 79 degrees. No lights on the dash that shouldn't be. A little bit hot, which I don't know how and why. All the screens, so we're at 80, so I'm just gonna turn the heater on to try and disperse some of that heat because we're now actually at 81. I wish I could dim that flash down so that you could see this properly. See the revs up in the corner there? Are quite consistent. You don't want to see them jumping more than 40. 30, 40, so 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. You know, that's a good idle point there. Ooh, she does smell like a race car, eh? Oh, that smell of race car, eh? You just won't be able to smell it, but... yeah, she's strong. So back to what I was saying before. I've already got the temperature coming down, 78. Anyways, I'm going to now hook this up. It's going to be an absolute mission to get you up and behind there, but basically I'm going up to that fuse box. I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to put my earth on here, and then that's how we're going to do it. Well, I ended up just installing it off the camera. It would have been far too hard with the tripod and the space in this car to actually physically get it in. I wasn't even going to film putting these in, but it's a part of the project, so yeah. But what I've done is I've put it into the seat heater, so when you turn the key onto on, nothing. When you turn it on to on, see the lights come on? And they're blue. I'll turn the flash off so you can actually see them. And then with the Suzuki Sport white light, if we turn it on, it just fully lights up the console, which really complements it, you know? So that's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I got. The temperature managed to come down all nice. When it loads in its own time. Today, 69.70. Okay, so now I'm actually just going to put it all back together, because I've done the most of what I'm going to do with this part of it. This will just clip back down all nicely, and then you have to screw this back down, same as before. But I quite like those. I don't know if you do, but I think they really go well with the theme that I was going for. They really complement it, and they really bring out the colour in it, which again, another reason why this particular Swift got it, because it's a very rare part, and it's just another piece to completing it. And then I need to bring this up, and then pretty much what happens here is it gets tightened onto it. Like that, but I don't think it's straight. I think it is now. It sure as definitely looks it. Can't drive it in idle, eh? Funny. But I can sit here and pretend like I do. So, yeah. LED blue lights installed in the TM Swift. Very happy with it. They, of course, turn on when the car is in the on position, which is okay. Push to start. And boom. There they are working. No cords freely hanging anywhere, nothing in the way of these pedals, which is good. There is a lot of wiring up there, which you won't be able to see it, but there is a lot. So that's going to pretty much conclude this install. Well, actually now we're going to conclude it, because the cup holders are sitting in place. I'm not bolting them down till the next video, and you'll see why in the next one. The next one will be taking everything out of the car, and we're going to be installing cameras, about 5 of them, into this car. So stay tuned for that video.